Giants and the 49ers under the lights on Thursday night.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the so-called Silicon Valley and Levi Stadium in Santa Clara. Today, boy, what a matchup. Two NFL franchises with so much history, so much tradition, getting set to do battle here, as it'll be the New York Giants taking on the San Francisco 49ers. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at these 49ers as they interplay here. They come in feeling good after back-to-back victories. On the other... As of this morning, summer officially over. It's time for autumn football, and we're underway on EA Sports. Returning from his end zone is Ray McCloud. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Niners offense set to go to work, and it's last year's revelation, Brock Purdy, who leads them out in season number 2 from Iowa State.
And he's off to a fantastic start to this season. Already 8 touchdown passes in just his first 2 weeks of the year. Now, I don't think that's a pace he's going to be able to sustain, but at the very least, he's got this offense humming here to start things out.
Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Here's the Pro Bowler, Christian McCaffrey. And able to elude one tackler, but only gets this back to the line of scrimmage. You talk about this Giant defense. And this unit, very tough to throw against, currently second best in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
Another run with McCaffrey on second down. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. Well, this defense for the Giants, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
So on fourth down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. And back deep for the Giants is Dory Jackson. A 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants ready to go now on offense. And under center is the man in possession of a new contract for 2023 and beyond. In his 5th season now, Daniel Jones.
And he's had good success here already this season throwing the football. 6 touchdown passes in his 2 games. He's really got this offense playing with a lot of confidence, trying to establish themselves early as a Super Bowl contender.
Good running from Barkley there on first down as he'll get forward for about 6 yards. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 11 carries, 58 yards.
Well, obviously he didn't have a great deal of time between games, having to turn around on a short week and get ready for Thursday night football. But he said in pregame he was feeling pretty good and felt more recovered from last week's contest than he would have expected. Didn't seem to think this short week was going to affect him much as he chases a big performance here in prime time.
25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down.
Good, strong, explosive run that started inside, which means you've got to control those defensive linemen, the defensive tackles, the nose guards. Those guys have to be controlled. How about the offensive line, the job they just did?
Yeah, key that A-gap usually on those runs, right?
That's where it all starts because everyone wants to kind of control that area. It disrupts things from the defensive side and the offensive side. As we just saw, it opens up possibilities.
Now Jones. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Giants at 2-0 here to begin the season. They come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And well, last week, their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Meanwhile, Jones' throw pulled in by Robinson here. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. They get 17 down to the 17, and it's a first down. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. During that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Throwing Jones. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I love those corners who can not only cover, but they want to get a little physical as well. How about the coverage on that play, knocking that pass away?
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Looking to throw. Jones. Waller taking it in over the middle. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. So Jones off, Graham Gano on here for the New York Giants field goal. Gano's kick is good. And the Giants are off now to a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive stalls out, but the field goal does get them the first points of the night.
And 3 points, not to be underestimated. How about this, right? You're on the road. You're under the lights. National television audience. This is not a dress rehearsal, partner. This is for real. And a pretty nice opening statement.
The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much. Don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best, and don't worry about the rest of it.
Second down and right back to McCaffrey. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Isaiah Simmons, boy, he can move all over the field, and he gets a tackle for loss there.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
And only a couple for him there as the tackle is made at the 42.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Purdy with it on 3rd and long.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. With it is Jackson. Following the punt return here, there's someone shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too.
And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. It's a big-time play there for the G-men. 42 yards. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Off-play action. Jones. Got a man. It's Darren Waller. He'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. The end result, 21 yards. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Well, not many guys who can blow up plays like Chase Young. He did it again there.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. Back to throw. Jones. Oh, looking for Waller, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. And the 49ers will take over here at their own 12-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw something away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points are given away? It could cost them a ball game.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. McCaffrey running up the middle. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Dexter Lawrence that time in on the stop.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
Another run with McCaffrey on 2nd down. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
What do you think, Brandon? I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have the Niners 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defense.
There he goes, right side. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Now we've got a Giant player here slow to get up after that last play. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Got a man right side, it's McCaffrey. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling a back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort, turn it into a successful play.
And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Another run, this time McCaffrey. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Brings us 2nd and 8. Let's go.
Back to throw, Purdy. He's got a man, it's his fullback. It'll be a gain of 5. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, here's Purdy. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Illegal touching. Offense.
So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
And the 38-year-old vet able to split the uprights. So the long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. And a close game like this, Charles, those interceptions like they had on the last drive could be costly. But here they've got another opportunity to seize control of this game.
And they better take advantage of it, because otherwise, if they end up losing by 1 score, they'll relive this over and over and over until they have another opportunity to wipe it away. Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender, but the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
Jones throw complete here to Waller. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Waller's had trouble staying on the field since back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons, but few possesses athleticism at the position, and that's what the Giants traded for last offseason. Looking like the vintage Waller with that 1st down.
And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. 51 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. From the 40 now on 2nd down. Jones. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And he will get enough for a 1st down, and that will lead us to the 2-minute warning. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. They'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Off the bootleg. Jones. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
Now a 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. This is caught. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. And Barkley did not get there. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. Looking to throw. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown. A great play there. Laying himself out in the end zone. And the Giants' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Graham Gano. Point. And it is up. And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now.
49ers 3.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to...
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
And that's not a play that you see all that often at the start of a drive, but some teams, they don't mind doing it. And that one, well sold by the offensive lineman. They showed the pass, and then they got out into space, able to get some good blocks downfield and allow the play to be successful.
Jones on 1st and 10. Flush to his right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
And here you're down in the red zone. You need to be smart, not force anything. So that's a wise decision to just get rid of the football.
2nd and 10. Back to throw. Jones. He has Hyatt over the middle. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. You know, projections for him were a little all over the board. Some saw him as a day 3 pick, maybe a little bit higher, but here he is, round 3.
I do know teams that had him listed as a first-round talent. I also had teams that had him listed as a day 3 guy, which is rounds 4 through 7. So him going in the 3rd round kind of fit in the middle. I think he's going to have a chip on his shoulder wanting to prove that he should have been taken higher.
They added a lot of talent to a roster that really needed an infusion of youth. They got a very good infusion of youth.
And they didn't really reach to get anyone as well. They stuck to their draft philosophy, got the best players they could at the time they were drafting, and inserted them into their lineup.
Gano's kick is good, and they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So we reach halftime, and we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. And he won't quite make it to the 25. So now the Giants set to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Jones. Hyatt able to make the catch downfield. Down the left sideline. Touchdown, Giants. Jalen Hyatt, his second touchdown on the season. And the Giants come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Extra point try good by Gano. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
They'll send the big tight end in motion right. Second down and right back to McCaffrey. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
They give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
A 48-yard punt, 7 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
And from the 34, here's 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4 at the 34-yard line.
Biggie, ladybug. Apple.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. His throw incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
8-yard pickup. First down, Giants.
They go play action here on first down. Rolling to his right. The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Looking at it from the defense's perspective, they could have really used the football to try to start eating into this deficit.
Yeah, because now possession's so crucial at this stage of the game. And when you've got an opportunity to hop on a turnover and you don't get it, you can feel the frustration all the way up here.
And the offense, they're living right now. Another bounce and break that goes their way. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball is squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
43 yards on the punt, return of 4. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, 1st and 10 at their own 18. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on first down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid gain to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
Purdy bootlegging it. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. Out of the gun, Purdy. Got a man. That's Ayuk. Just a gain of a couple there. And it'll be 2nd down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Purdy's throw complete here to Ayuk. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
And you start to think if it's going to happen for these guys, it's got to start with this drive. Down 3 scores, they need to start making some inroads. And that'll help the cause there as they pick up good yardage and a first down.
And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
At the 50-yard line.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Well, another modest gain there on that one, and I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner, because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They'll have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete. Here comes the 49ers punter now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And New York set to take the field. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Now Jones on 1st down. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen through.
And now off to the races down the right side. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
And the Giants first down.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's the Giants with the football and also the lead as we get set to start quarter number 4. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Rolling to his left. Gets this to Waller on the crossing route. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Giants are closing in on a 3rd straight victory to start the campaign. Gano the extra point, and the lead is now 24. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. The 49ers ready to set up shop again offensively. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. On 1st down, Purdy. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Barkley, inside handoff. And he's got room. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. And even 100 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. They'll go to Barkley again. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. Good gain there on 1st down. It keeps them in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking. Nice hole for him. Ends up picking up nice yardage. Stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively.
Gold River! Gold River!
Now Jones. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. And the Niners are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 4-yard line.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Good strength, but not able to get a whole lot. Tackled shy of the 10. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the 9-yard line.
Throwing here, Purdy. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. Down the right sideline. And finally brought down at the 43. A big play there on the catch and run. 48 yards. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Again, it's Purdy to throw it. Throw left side complete. That's Mitchell. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
Here's Purdy on 1st and 10.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Back to the air on 2nd down, Purdy. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Connects with Kittle underneath. So the completion gets him just a yard. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Did they maybe play that too safely on 3rd down? I know you don't want to just throw a ball blindly downfield, but that didn't help them a whole lot.
I think they probably said if it's open, take the shot. If not, get something safe because we do have 4th down to try and pick it up.
Purdy, big 4th down play. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. And the Giants are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Partner, you and I have struggled with this for years. You've got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion. That one, though, falls incomplete.
He'll be dropped at the 30. The shifty move couldn't free him. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings, the things that you have to do. Late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have.
Oh, and Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception. Picked up by Diamador Lenore. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
And the Niners are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah.
Touchdown 49ers. Elijah Mitchell, his 1st touchdown here in the new campaign. And the Niners are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Purdy will throw for it. He's got it. So they convert the 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this is going to be covered up by the Giants. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. 2nd down, here's Barkley again. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play as we have reached the 2-minute warning. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Throwing Jones. And that is incomplete.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move them all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. Operating from the gun, Jones. That's to his running back, complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. Fourth, but come up empty. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. Well, their first fourth down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any fourth down stop is a big momentum play.
Purdy to throw. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. Purdy to throw. Pass over the middle tipped, but he still brings it in. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Here's Purdy to throw. Open man is Jauan Jennings. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. A 2 timeouts still remaining, but scoring quickly, a must. It's 1st and 10. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. He's got room to roam. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
Well, they've certainly had their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
Throwing, Purdy. And incomplete. Once more from the 11, 2nd and 10. Here's Purdy. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. To throw is Purdy. And he takes this one into the end zone. And all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. The risk-reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep. Those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. to gain is the 33 on third down. Jones. Completed to Hyatt. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
A short gain that doesn't get him the first down brings up a fourth down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on fourth down? Now Jones. Eluding the pressure right. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over. So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. Charles, for this losing side, their heads are hanging as they walk off the field today. And really, I mean, we know why. Those 3 turnovers by that offense, that's ultimately what doomed them.
And this is what coaches preach